any woman.
My ex straight up told me, I do not see myself falling in love with you. When they say these men humble you, just know they're no lies.
No, but why do men do this? Seriously, why? Why do they do this?
Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video from Modern Dating here. Woman shocked after nice guy boyfriend left her. I wonder why. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's give that channel. It's Chow Time.
From time to time, we see proof that modern women are not ready to handle rejection. They will fabricate stories to justify it. This is the case of a woman in this video who is struggling with the fact that her nice guy boyfriend left her because he has no feelings for her. Let's have a look at the stories she is creating in her mind to justify the fact that he no longer wants to be in a relationship with her.
My ex straight up told me, I do not see myself falling in love with you. I have fallen in love with my first ex. She was my ideal type. Listen to this, it gets worse. She was my ideal type. When I saw her, it was love at first sight. It was just like magnetic. And then my second ex, I really wasn't that attracted to her that much, but I was in love with her. There was just this feeling. But with you, you're beautiful. You are beautiful. But there's just that feeling just not there. And when I tell you girls, I spiraled, my esteem spiraled out of control. That's no lie. When they say these men humble you, when you are out of their league, they still find a way to humble you, just know there are no lies. There are no lies. This is the same man that would show off my pictures to his coworkers, to his clients that he was making sales on, because he was into solar panels and all that, whatever, energy sales. And he was like, oh my God, they always say you're so beautiful. I always show you off. And I was really flattered with that. Mind you, he tells me what I just said in month 3, after he's gotten the gifts, after he's waited 4 or 5, maybe waited 5 dates for me to kiss him, after he did all of that, that's when he
It's because you didn't come correct, girl. He knows his worth. It took you that long to make the move. It took you that. I mean, of course you had to pay. Did you even cash app the man before you even, said good morning to him? Come on, girl. Come on.
wanted to humble me. I believe it was maybe 4 days before Valentine's Day. Yeah. Don't underestimate insecure men. Do not. Okay?
The best part of this video is when she said, "Don't underestimate insecure men." She also said that these men humble them when they are out of their league. In other words, she is saying that he left her because he is insecure and out of her league. Make this make sense.
Right.
Can you imagine if we use the same logic when we are rejected by women? Imagine that every rejection we get, it's because that woman is out of our league and she is also insecure. How can this make sense? She is working hard to find excuses to help her cope with the rejection, and this is why she is creating these stories in her head.
Only listen. When I tell you, so many ways I can go, so many directions with this video. I'm just gonna say this. If your esteem is healthy, you love yourself, you're like, I'm feeling it, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that. Never date below. Never date men below you. No. Date men you're attracted to, that are your type, that have money, that have the aesthetic that you want, because these men will humble you. When I even told my friends what they said, they were looking at me and looking at him. They were like, wait, huh? Girl, what? And I was like, but you see, the enemy is looking for that doorway to get in. You could be the most beautiful girl and feel like a piece of, you know what? Simply just because you entertain the wrong man.
See, this is the super sad thing about women. They really think their beauty is the end all, be all. Girl, just because you're good looking doesn't mean I want to be with you. You seem like a miserable person. You seem like you're the boss babe type. You seem controlling. That may be the reason why men don't like you, even though you're wildly attractive. Have you ever thought of that? That your personality, the things that you actually bring to the table matters? Other than your gorgeous looks? And you're not that great looking, girl. You're maybe like a 7, maybe a 6. Or the graphics are just kind of
Heed
shitty.
my warning. In this 2024, in Jesus' name, you will avoid the users, the men that they clearly you're out of their league. And he would tell me things like, I'm so grateful that you chose me. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed. I just feel like the luckiest guy. Oh, honey. No, be with a man that's secure in himself. Be with a man that he knows that he's decent looking. He knows that he can actually pull women. Be with the normal guy. Be with the normal. Don't go for the ones that are shy and nerdy. No.
She unnecessarily took it personally.
Right.
I don't even understand why she is mad about this situation. He was honest and told her that the feeling wasn't there, and this is the reason he wanted to end things. She should be thankful that he was open and told her what was going on, because if it was Chad, he would have kept her for Netflix and chill, which would have been worse.
Or just
But
ghosted
this
her.
nice guy wanted to let her go so she could find another person to make her happy.
Right.
But her ego is not accepting the rejection, especially from a nice guy.
That's the shitty thing about being a good person and letting people go. Because they are so into you, or because they think that they're the prize or whatever. When you let them go, they fight even harder. Right? It's weird, but it makes sense because as men, I see a lot of men do it too. So
This is what is hurting her the most. I bet she is not even that mad about the rejection. She is mad about who rejected her. The interesting part about this is that it happened 4 days before Valentine's Day. We all know what it means. He met another woman and was willing to spend that date with her. And this is why it was no longer
or he didn't want to spend all that extra money, be all that extra extravagant, because she seemed like the high maintenance type. So he was just like, you know what? I got what I wanted. I don't want to deal with Valentine's with this crazy person. I'm going to ditch out.
convenient to continue with the lady on the video. But she should just accept her loss instead of trying to find excuses for it. Let's read some comments. He said he can't fall in love with you and you took it personal. Being beautiful isn't a prerequisite to being a good catch. This is the point she is missing. Based on her reaction, it seems like she believes she is a great catch, and there is no way a guy wouldn't fall in love with her. Especially a nice guy, but he proved her wrong. Let's read another one. The last girl is shocked that bro needed more than just her looks. This is what is eating her, and she is struggling to deal with it. But I think that time and a couple of more rejections will help her to understand that this is part of the process.
Time will
She
help
will
her.
understand that even nice guys also have expectations that must be met.
Drizzle.
Otherwise they are out. The next comment is hilarious. I was also asking the same question. Let's have a look at it. The last woman makes no sense. How would him being insecure translate to him not being in love with her? You are right, it makes no sense at all. This is all about finding answers to the fact of being rejected. She doesn't want to accept it. She would rather fabricate a story to make herself feel better about what happened.
Modern
Can you
women.
imagine if she accepted that somehow he didn't want her because she didn't meet his expectations? That would be too much for her to handle. Let's read the last one. The last woman was working hard to fix that self-esteem, wasn't she? Yes, she is doing everything she can to fix it. She even called him insecure for not having feelings for her. Can you imagine if men use the same thought process after being rejected? She is trying really hard on that one. She should just take the L as everyone else.
Men love bitches, men love inconvenient women. Men love women that are a problem to solve. Men love the mystery, men love the chaos, men love the confusion.
Where do they get this from? What?
Most men actually just want a woman that will bring them some form of peace. instead of more chaos.
The society has been telling us women that we always need to prove our value and prove our love to him, and that makes us more valuable and lovable to him, and he's never going to leave us. That is bullshit.
But let's hear why that's not the case.
It's how come men always cheat with the girl next door who's been doing none of that shit for him.
Listen to this part again.
The society has been telling us women that we always need to prove our value and prove our love to him, and that makes us more valuable and lovable to him, and he's never going to leave us. That is bullshit. It's how come men always cheat with the girl next door who's been doing none of that shit for him.
Tell me that your men left you for the woman next door without telling me. Based on her message and energy, it seems like this is something she is dealing with. But instead of assuming that this is due to the fact that she was being good to him, she should do a deeper assessment, and maybe she would understand that he left for another reason, other than the fact that she didn't bring chaos to the relationship.
Right?
There's the generalizations that we were all waiting for.
Women who are a man's peace are kind and convenient, and that translates in the man's brain to boring.
Gentlemen, I think we need to hear your opinions on that.
They will look for other options. That's the reason why they check out other girls when they walk into the restaurant. That's the reason why they look a little bit too long on someone else's Instagram page. You are not a challenge if you're always the good and the nice girl giving yourself up to make him feel comfortable.
We're just dogs. We enjoy looking at nice things. And the most conveniently nice things to look at around is women.
A man gets comfortable in a relationship, commitment, or marriage, he gets bored. When a man gets comfortable and the relationship is convenient to him, the sexual spark is dead. So, be smart, play dumb, and every now and then, make his life a little inconvenient. Be the challenge. Be the mystery woman, the femme fatale that he hasn't quite cracked the code yet for. Don't be the convenient woman that he can walk all over and at the same time is looking for other options. Men are natural problem solvers, so they become very interested if you are a problem to solve.
Why would you say that men want a woman who is a problem to solve? This is a clear example of someone who doesn't have a clue of what she is talking about.
Right?
She is completely wrong, and this is the mindset that will bring issues to the relationship, because no man is looking for a woman who is constantly causing problems for him to deal with. This is the fastest way to lose a man. Like everybody else, we just want a peaceful relationship.
Right.
It seems to be the result of the time spent with Chads. This is what happens when they spend a long time entertaining those guys, and at the end of that journey, they end up with the wrong idea of a relationship. But why is she speaking for us anyway?
Right?
At this point, I believe that she is projecting how she feels about men. She is after guys whom she has to fix, and this is what she is attracted to. Now she thinks that we also want the same thing, not knowing that most men just want a good woman we can build a family with, someone we can build that thing called home.
That projection thing just works so well with women. Just women do it such a degree. It's so easy to tell nowadays, especially when we're in this space, we're learning. We watch a lot of videos like this. At least I hope you guys are starting to learn more and more too.
A place where we go to relax after a long day at work. She really think that most men would want to deal with issues at work and then go home to solve more issues? Is this what she thinks most men dream of? Let's check some comments. We enjoy the peace, love, compassion, companionship, encouragement, and overall joy that comes from a wonderful woman in our lives.
That we do.
This is what a majority of men want. Do not bring chaos to the relationship, because it's the quickest way to lose your man. Let's read another one. We prefer the peace. We marry women who bring peace, not chaos. Chaos can stay out in the streets. You think I want my kinds raised by a chaos creator?
Damn right.
Another man who agrees that we just want nothing but a peaceful relationship where we can relax without having to worry about what comes next.
That's probably like one of my biggest fears is picking a mate is the habits and culture and things that mate is going to pass down to our kids. This is the big reason why I don't want an overweight woman. It's not because I'm actually somewhat attracted to plus size women. Not when I say plus size, but a little chub, a little bit of weight. It's okay. I'm not against it. I'm only against it because I don't want my kids to be an unhealthy weight. And when they start at a young age, it's nearly impossible to change that habit.
We are the simplest animals on the planet. Talk to us and listen. Keep our bellies full and are empty. Be compassionate and allow us to show some emotion without being criticized.
A little bit,
Do
please.
those things and you'll have a generally happy and positive man. Well said. And none of what he said includes bringing chaos to the relationship to make it better.
No, but why do men do this? Seriously, why? Why do they do this? They start flirting with you. they start flirting with you, they are opening that door. They're just walking in there like, hey, beautiful. And then they start this whole thing where they make you fall in love with them, you know, and they try really, really hard. And once they get you, you know, once they get you to text them when they haven't texted you in a while, and you're like, okay, maybe I should text now because maybe he's not gonna get back to me ever, and I can't let that happen, so I'm gonna send him a cute picture of me, and I'm gonna make a fool out of myself because I really like this guy because he told me about his traumatic past, and now I feel for him. And once they get you to do that, and then they just disappear on you, then they're like, I'm gonna bounce like a bouncy house, I'm out of here. And then they just pretend like none of it ever happened. Men are so good with dissociating. They dissociate like no other. They pretend like none of it ever happened. They're like me when it comes to my childhood trauma. It's just, it never happened.
You answered it yourself. They like to play games and then get surprised when we don't engage in these games. If you show disinterest, we will redirect our attention to another person who is interested. You waited for him to not text you for a while before you decided to make a fool of yourself, instead of just texting him whenever you wanted to speak with him. Men engage in flirting, and as long as they talk to you, they get responses. We don't want responses only. We need you to engage in conversation. And not only after a couple of days of us not texting you. You'll make us feel like you finally got bored and thought, oh hey, I still have this guy that was texting me all the time. Maybe I should get back at him.
Yep.
And now you're too late, and this is when you realize that he is gone to the next one, the one who is also engaged into the interaction. The one thing modern women need to understand is that men are no longer willing to spend their time and energy on a woman who is showing little to no interest. If you display that behavior, you are gone. We are giving our attention to women who are on the same page, someone who wants the same thing. Now you played yourself, you lost the opportunity. Let's read some comments. No, you just didn't respond to his messages, and he thought you were disinterested, he moved on. Remember, you said, after he stopped texting me, I didn't receive attention from him, I got lonely, and then I texted him, after he lost interest. Engagement, communication, attention is important for both parties, not just one. Let's not be selfish and attention-seeking. You never loved him. You just loved the attention he was giving you. He did the right thing. That was a good comment. He is a confident man who knows his worth and is well aware of the game. He saw it coming and wasn't willing to participate. Because he was tired of carrying all the conversations with you, and you probably only responded with, okay. This is the thing with modern dating, but most guys are no longer wasting their time with a woman who is not interested. If they are not willing to engage in the conversation, they will be removed from the list. All the attention will be redirected to another woman who wants the same thing. She doesn't understand how a man would lose interest after being left on read. That is so true. Leaving men on read means that you are not interested, and this is something that most guys are no longer willing to entertain.
Oh, so funny, Chow. Women are just so lost when it comes to men. They have no clue what the hell we want, even though we tell them exactly what we want. It's simple, but yet they think it's so complicated. Why? Because they're fucking complicated. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.